Live.
Start recording. Okay. I think I am good. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to delete something real quick so that I have enough space for this recording.
Oh yeah, that's gonna take a lot of space on your disk.
Yeah, oh yeah, these recordings take a lot.
Well, this one probably won't. I forget why we needed to start earlier, but I think it's because somebody had to go earlier
Yeah, I got another session that like today at like 8, I think.
at 8. All right, well, it shouldn't be an issue.
It's a one shot, I should say.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
That. Oh, wait. There we go. Way better. Okay.
Josh, you good to go?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. In that case, who would like to do the recap of the last session?
I think I. Wait, no, I don't know if I. No, I think Valile did it last time, right?
Yeah, I did the last two.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will do this one then. So,
Real.
session started by straight up combat. Andre threw, or I guess pulled Mavis. I actually don't remember. Pulled Mavis under a table, and then just proceeded to hit and run for a while from the big like ice monster thing, and he almost died several times. And then the other two were outside, and then they found the dwarf boss dude trying to escape, and then they beat the crap out of him, but he still managed to get away, while also, like, I think he sprained his ankle, or almost did at least. And then... Okay, I think the combat just took up most of it, so yeah, then the two others, the others, you know, they came down and then saved Andre's life because he was about to die. And then they figured, well, they didn't figure anything out, they just looted the place. Then Rayla picked up Mavis and then brought her out to the cart, and then the other soldiers took all the other dudes and then went back to... I keep forgetting the name of the town. I need to pull up the notes. That's what I forgot. They're bringing them back to the town, but Andre wanted to pursue the dude, and then they decided, well, and then no one protested, so he went anyway. And they ended up at crack. Oh, I opened up my Gmail. That's not the right one. They went to... I forgot the name, too. I am so bad with names. One moment. Let me pull it up.
Rock Hive.
Rock Hive. I was like, it's Rock something.
Yeah.
Rock Hive. And then from Rock Hive, they think that they might have been able to follow him to Rock Hive, but they don't know for sure. So then they ended up there, and now that's where last time ended.
Did the like guards and stuff that were with us, did they go this way too, or did they go back to the town?
They went back to the town, I think.
Did go that way towards Rockhive, while some others went back to Isaac with the captured prisoners.
Okay.
All right, and like that, good job, Double. You get your inspiration for it.
Yay.
All right. So, like you said, you've just now arrived, started going down the slope leading to Rockhive. As you turned and started going down, you had quite a clear view of the vista of the city. There's three areas in particular that seem to form the core of this town. One of them with a lot of construction deep within the walls of the fissure themselves. There's quite a bit of activity there, quite a bit of dust being pulled out, and it's pretty clearly a mining area. Underneath all of that construction and excavation business, there's a lot of buildings sprawling, all with different types of building methods. Some of them seem almost carved out of straight rock and dug inside the walls. Others almost like a tree has sprouted and is made of wood that's altered fairly cleverly. And deep into the fissure, you see the ground lit up in all sorts of lights: blues, reds, oranges, just wisps of smoke coming from this area, and no building at all. As you start going down the slope leading to the main gate, the entry to the city, behind you, Belial, Mavis is still completely unconscious, still not breathing, nor moving, nor reacting in any way to the jumps and bumps of the road. In front of you, you see two cards that you've seen before. Outside of one of them is an elven woman that you recognize, Ferrora. She appears to be speaking to some town guards, the details of which are fairly unclear. What do you do?
I'll kind of poke my head up through the like middle to where these guys are at. Just be like, are we here?
I believe so. Andre's just gonna jump off.
You do. On the ground, about 100 feet or so ahead of you, I assume. The guards and Ferrora are. They're both talking. Some of the guards are looking in your general direction, but none of them seem particularly alarmed.
Oh, come on, you two. And he's gonna rush over to them.
I'll get off the cart and like keep like my hands on like the reins for like the cart and the horse and stuff, and then go towards them as well.
Alright.
I will kind of go somewhere in between. Like I'm not actually gonna go full on up to everybody.
Okay, so you get out of the cart for that? Or do you stay led by Rayla?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get out of the cart, but just kind of like close enough to hear, not enough to, I guess, participate in the conversation. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, sure. Alright, so you do that. As Andre, you approach, Ferrora quickly turns to you. Oh, that's him, sir. That's Sir Andre. He was the leader of this.
Just Andre, and I'm not really a leader.
Of course, Sir Andre. Oh, no, wait, no, Andre. She turns back to the guard she was speaking to, one of which, well, there's four of them, two of which are fairly standard, dressed in basic light armor and with somewhat shabby spear. Two others, however, draw much more attention. One of them, a dwarven woman clad in complete full plate, her beard going about halfway to her chest, tied in somewhat unkempt knots. She has a very severe look upon her. Behind her is a tall human, about 6 foot. He's clad in commoner's garb with quite bright colors, with a bright purple shirt and a bow tie of white and yellow polka dots. He holds a pad on which he scribbles notes of what the people there are saying. The dwarven woman looks at you. Ah, so you're this leader sort. You're the ones that captured the honorables, are you?
Not all of them. That's what we're kind of here for.
Yeah, the Missy's been talking about that. Are you with him, laddie? And she shakes her head at you, Rayla.
Yeah, I am. I'm also here on this mission. One last of the honorables go.
Ah, I see. Uh, what can you tell me about visually? The last here says she didn't get a good look at him. If we had visual description, we could probably help you find him.
He had a red hair, beard, and I don't remember exactly. I forgot what his armor looked like. Because I know it was like half plate. For some reason, I want to say it's blue, but I don't think it was.
I don't remember too well.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is that he was injured.
So, an injured dwarf with red hair and, from what you say, heavy armor?
Yeah.
Did he have any sort of weird traits about him? So, say a weapon, he was missing a limb, something like that.
Is it missing a limb from what I remember? He was wielding a great sword when I last saw him, but I don't know if he ditched it or not.
Okay. All right. And she turns around to the man dressed quite extravagantly. Well, have we said anything like that? What's the record says? The man quickly shuffles through his papers and answers back dispassionately. Well, there has been a total of 5 people that would match this description. One of which has since left the city once more. The other 4 could still be found within.
Kind of get a little closer and just go. And had big armor. I'll kind of like slap at his chest. Was very shiny.
Shiny armor. And he flips through the pages with one fewer. The 4 people that are still in the city would match that description. Would you like more information on them?
Well, did they all enter within the last hour or so?
Within the last hour.
It's fairly recent. He just now escaped from us.
He flips back through the pages. 3 of them were within the hour. 1 of them was in the last 3 hours.
That might be our person, but if they could have also left, but I'm not sure how far that person would have gotten with their, well, assuming that they were injured at least.
Would you happen to have his name?
I don't think he gave us one. At least not me.
Shiny dwarf bitch.
Shiny dwarf bitch. We have nobody by that name. There is one Horth Knopf that had quite expensive armor. He claimed to be a traveling mercenary. Came here to find work and get supplies. Does that sound familiar?
Was their horse injured?
Horse injured.
Oh wait,
There's
no, I
note.
forgot. Rayla missed. I thought she. Yeah, I think. Yeah, did it bounce off the armor, or did she actually hit the horse?
I think it bounced off the armor.
Dang it, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Which one? Yeah, were all the horses, did they all have leather armor on them? At least the ones that came in.
Each of the oh, sorry, I thought you were asking to me as a DM. With leather armor. There is no note on the status of the horses. All of them seem to be riding horses.
What about color?
Color of the horses.
Yes.
There is no note of this. Apologies.
Where is stable?
The stable. There are more than a few. The bigger one can be found at the guard's barrack. There are others, for instance, at the Fire Tongue Tavern, which takes care of its residents' horses.
About that one person who left recently, do you have any idea of where they might have gone?
We do not ask information as to the people that leave. However, the person that left is fairly well known in the community. She is Kilky. an assistant to the smithy.
All right, let's go check out those stables. We might find our horse there. If we can
See.
at least know that he's in here, then that's a start.
What should I note you as in our records?
Just Andre.
Andre. I see. And you, too?
Rayla.
Rayla. Great. And you? As he turns to you, Mr. Minotaur?
And he kind of scratches at his eyebrow for a second, and then kind of combs through his goatee. Rayla, too.
Rayla, too.
Oh. Yeah. Yep.
I see. He makes note of this and seems to make quite a few other notes based on your attire. And then turns to the sign to let you pass. The dwarven woman looks at him. "Ah, I gotta teach you how emotions work."
As the Minotaur sees him, writing down, looking at us and writing stuff down, he'll kind of step closer and go, big axe, and then, touch himself, his chest.
Duly noted, Sir Rayla, too.
He'll just give, a awkward smile and walk past.
Walking past him, you see on his board a drawing of a big axe, leading to which is an arrow with the word big.
Nice. Yeah. And Andre will be heading in to see if we at least pin down where this guy is.
So heading in, you find the city quite active. It's about 6 p.m. and most people are going back to their homes. A few merchants on the street are putting in extra effort trying to lure people into their businesses. The loudest of them is probably a kobold swinging a wide sign above left and right, on which is written Crusa Notron, Inventor Extraordinaire. He tries to usher people, come on in, come on in.
I'll growl at him as we pass.
You'd be like, no, don't stop that.
Be nice.
Don't like little lizard.
They're not all the same. Okay, listen, I don't have time to teach you how to not be racist, okay? So we just Andre's just gonna hurry over to the tavern or to the stables.
Of course, you're going for the barrack stables, or are you going for the tavern stables?
I'd say the
And
tavern
how do you
stables.
try and find your way there.
Yeah, probably tavern stables, I think.
I'll just find a passerby to ask.
Okay, yeah, you do that, and it gives you some fairly simple directions, going straight for 5 minutes, first a left, and then a right. Following those directions, you make your way through the quite big crowd of people heading in the opposite direction, and you eventually come upon a fairly large building, lit well with quite a few braziers. From inside, you hear quite a bit of merriment, and definitely some intoxicated laughter.
Wonder how confident this guy. I mean, he seems pretty confident when he got away. So it would make sense if he stayed here, but how hidden he is another question. He's just gonna look around the outside to see if there's a tavern, if the stables are right outside of it or not.
Yes, looking around the building, you find that there's a fairly spacious stable next to the tavern. The stable itself is exterior, so you can see the horses without even having to enter. You can see there's about a dozen of them, each of them resting on dirty straw with a small bucket of water near them. None of them you recognize as the horse that was stolen.
Is the
Take a
stable
look.
full?
Nope, sorry, go ahead.
Is the stable like full? Like, is there like no other space for any other horses?
No, there's enough space for 5 more horses.
Hmm.
Should we keep Hot Pocket here?
For the time being. I'm not sure what to do about Mavis either. Could always
She-
just throw in the stable.
Yeah. She stay in cart.
Yeah, it might be safer.
Barrack Staples public access?
Why don't we could just maybe get a room at the tavern and just put her in there, by the way?
We could, but I mean, might get a couple weird looks dragging an unconscious person. But I mean, there's not much of a way around this, so. Also, I don't think Andre has any money left, if I remember right. I have 5 silver.
Oh shit.
Both clowns.
You're so broke. I have money. If that's the plan we want to go with.
Yeah, it's for the best, at least for now. So, he's gonna pat Rail on the back. Come on, get on in there.
I was originally thinking I could just give you the money and you could go do it.
That's no fun. Come on.
I feel like we're like better friends now. Do you really need to do this to me?
That all the more reason to do so.
Okay. Should I take Mavis now or after? Are they gonna think I'm weird?
I mean, I don't think there's any avoiding looking weird at this point.
Okay. Ariel's gonna like go into the cart, pick up Mavis, and like make her way into the inn / tavern.
I will be right behind them.
How do you carry Mavis? You going with the potato bag method like last time, or different one?
Bridal style.
Bridal.
Put some respect.
Nice. As you go to enter the inn, the first thing that hits you as you open the door is a bard sitting straight in front of the door and clearly speaking to an audience that's quite fascinated with the story they're telling. Something about a flat trap clap, an odd monster that appears to be lurking in the shadows. To the left of this bard and his entourage is a very wide desk, behind which are quite a few shelves of what one might assume to be alcohol. At the desk is a dwarven man, definitely in his older years. He's currently wiping a mug.
Ariel will like very slowly approach the desk and be like, hello, excuse me.
Oh, hi, laddie.
I need a room.
You need a... Yeah, sure, are you sure you don't need 2 rooms? This isn't a hospital.
It's fine. She's fine. You know, she just drank too much. It's okay. We're fine with one.
Roll a deception.
Oh, God.
Do great, maybe.
Deception. A good 3.
A good 3. She drank too much. And his eyes raised to Mavis's level. I think You're supposed to be breathing when you drink too much.
Heavy sleeper.
Yeah, heavy sleeper.
He looks at the Minotaur that snuck his way in. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, heavy sleeper. Fucking, is that how humans work? Yeah, it'll be half a gold for a day's room. If you're using the stables for your friend, and he hesitantly points at you, Belial, that'll be a full gold instead of a half.
Not for him, but we are thinking about using the stables. So yeah, he's full gold.
So full gold. So there you go. He takes out from behind him a key, number 23. Seems to be made of brass and very well worn, almost more symbolic than anything. And he extends his hand for payment.
The Minotaur kind of holds, or like he grabs his pouch off his waist and like he's like looking straight down into it. Which? And he kind of like shows Rayla.
Wait, what? Like, are there coins there?
Yeah, it's like his coin / small animal skull pouch.
The gold one, the one that's yellow.
And he kind of skims around a sec. Here. And he hands the gold piece over, and there's also like a small dead leaf with it.
Good job.
Oh, thanks. And he takes this small leaf and kind of puts him underneath the desk. Here he finds splooge, as though it was dripped in some sort of liquid. And there you go. He hands you the key.
He'll take the key, but like grab like the whole dude's hand.
That is not hard to do.
I like one of those people that like. Ugh.
Are you sure you don't want a room each? I don't know if the bed's gonna hold both of you. You're quite a big boy.
Thank you. And he gives like another one of these weird, awkward smiles.
Oh. Looks a mix of disturbed and scared.
Okay. We go.
Yeah, let's go up to the room. If we need another room or something, we can always just get one. Let's go. Also, thanks for the save earlier. Great job, Rayla, too.
Thank you. And like he'll grab a hold of he still has a hold of the dude's hand, but with his other hand he'll grab his wrist, let go with the first hand, and then let go of the wrist.
Okay, so you grab the key with two hands. Okay. You do it as you grab the dwarf. You clearly lift him off the ground. He
Shit.
seems quite taken aback, but when you put him down, he it just looks in your direction. Oh boy, I think we don't get that many of them. Cause whoa, big guys. And I assume you're going to try and look for the room.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me give you a better description of the tavern. The tavern itself has quite a few tables in front of the entrance, one of which is occupied by the swarm around the bar, which has grown since you entered. There's a small counter opposite to the desk where you just bought your key. That one has far more bottles of alcohol, and there's one dwarf in particular that has what Rayla you'd recognize as definitely upper scale armor. Belial, you probably only would recognize it as something somewhat shiny.
Okay.
Wait, sorry.
Go ahead.
Uh, I was like, I internet cut out a bit. You said there's someone with like upper skill armor.
Yes, upper scale armor. So high quality stuff.
Okay, thank you.
They're another dwarf.
Yeah, and he's sitting at the bar and he's chugging some stuff. Next to him is a gnome lady is serving him at an alarming pace. There are two staircases, one at each of the counter/desks, going up at what one might assume is the rooms area. There's no staircases leading down, and in the center of this entire tavern is an earth fire.
The dwarven man who's drinking quite heavily. Is what he's drinking kind of look different than everybody else, or is he just drinking more of kind of the same thing?
He's drinking out of a what's the word? Metal tankard. So it's
Okay.
very hard to tell what he's drinking. It
Right,
might
but
be different. What is sure is that the gnome lady has different types of glass bottles, standing in front of the dwarven man. Most of them empty.
okay.
So it's reasonable to assume he's had some odd drinks.
All right. I guess I will start heading towards the staircase, like leftmost of the of where we're at.
I'll follow.
Alright, so following Belial, you find yourself in a corridor. There are a set of room on the left and a set on the right. The corridor itself seems to loop around, which seems to indicate that there's more room going forward. The rooms are numbered starting with 10, and they're in increments of 10, 10, 13, 16, da 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 da. Where, wait, no. One of them has odd, the other has even numbers. There you go. Math hard. Starting at 10, where you are, and going forward.
I'll kind of hold up the key to Rayla and shrug, like as I gesture towards the doors.
Well, it seems to be. Oh yeah, you can't read this. It's increasing this way, so I think if we just go forward.
Yeah,
Well-
I didn't get to odds and evens yet.
Yeah, if we go this way, it'll increase, and we can probably find the room. We go forward to that way.
Going forward, you do indeed find the room with that stellar logic. There's a nice door made of wooden material, clearly well maintained. It seems to have been slathered in some sort of oil or paint to give it a rustic look, and it's fairly effective. And the door has a big 23 painted on with white paint.
Oh shit. I have like Mavis in like my hands. I also have like the key. I'm gonna like struggle awkwardly to open the door.
Andre's just gonna watch.
The Minotaur is also watching.
Andre, so typically, Andre, you've followed them back in. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you you struggle with the door, it takes you a couple of seconds, but you do manage to set the key in, and the door unlocks almost without any resistance. And opening this, you find a wide bed sitting on the floor, completely barely a foot above it. It's got some fairly thick sheets, almost made of fur. The bed itself has 3 huge pillows. Each of them seem to be stuffed with some feathers and seem quite comfortable, especially compared to Sanders on the road. There is one. What's the word? Not dressing. There's There's one dressing area where there's a small set of mobiliaire where you can see vanity. That's a word. There's a vanity.
Is there ink on the vanity? Like, is there like ink and quill? Just
Yes,
curious.
there's an ink and quill as well as some very basic um, sets of face paint.
I want to take the ink and quill.
Okay, you pocket them.
Possibly for later.
There's a quite large window that shows an upper view on the street below you, with a set of heavy curtain to block the window. The room itself is quite spacious, with a good 30 feet long and a good 20 feet wide.
I'll like make my way into the room and set Mavis down on like the bed and like rest her head against the pillow.
You do so. She doesn't seem to react or move in any way.
Okay, that's taken care of.
Earlier in the like tavern area, I'm not sure if you saw Andre, but there's this person down there. They looked, I'm not sure, like they had like some like higher end, fancy, I don't know, the rich people's type stuff armor. They look, I don't know, they just seemed out of place, so I thought I'd mention it to you.
Well, that's very valuable information. I think I'll go have a conversation with this person. Just a quick one.
Alright, let's go down.
All right, so you all go back down into the tavern floor.
Yeah, we just left Mavis on like in the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, if we lock the door, is there like a like you unlock the inside? Like, is it one of those doors where you can unlock the inside like without a key?
No, this one very much does require the key.
Oh, and I mean like on both, like on the inside of the door. Could you unlock it without a key, like without using the key?
No, you do need the key on the inside as well.
Oh, we might lock her in there.
We could,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we could lock the door and then try to slide the key underneath the door to put it inside.
Yeah.
Then if she doesn't wake up, we can't get back in.
Oh, crap.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of take a second and like lean my shield up against the wall.
Actually, I can lockpick, so just throw it onto there.
Okay. And I'm going to put. I have a flask of water,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna put one of those in a ration, like on the bedside table.
Oh,
And yeah, and I'll kind of put like a shirt from one of the common clothes, like underneath it.
Sure. Yeah, you've got that. Sure, you do that.
Okay. I'll give her a pat, and then say, okay.
As you give her that pat, it strikes you how cold she is. She's not exactly warm usually, but this time you feel your own fingers just grow noticeably colder as soon as you touch her.
Oh. And he'll like very slowly bring his hand to his face and go. Just a big sniff.
Ugh.
You do that.
What does it smell like?
It smells
Death.
like Mavis.
Okay. Well, at least nothing's changed. She cold,
Yeah, she's
but
like that.
still smell.
Okay. Good to know. I don't know. He's just gonna walk out.
Sounds about right.
The Minotaur just kind of blankly stares at Rayla.
I don't know. Let's go.
Okay. And he'll grab his shield again.
Oh, it's definitely gonna look like we're hiding a dead body if we lock the door and slide the key under it.
You can make sure no one's looking. I don't know.
Is anyone looking?
There's currently nobody out and about in the hallway. However, it's very clear that when you come down without Mavis with you, you will have left her somewhere.
Did we lock the door?
I can do that
Okay.
now. Like, I can lock it and then slide the key under.
I can't believe I forgot one of my own skills. I was like, oh no, a locked door. Wait a second.
You're a rogue! Okay, so you do lock the door and slide the key under. It makes a good distance, so it would be hard to reach it just by trying to slip your hand underneath the door. And I assume you go back downstairs?
Yep.
Alright. Going back down, the sound of the bard's tale has quieted down most of the tavern, and you hear him whisper to his audience things about how devious this flaptrap clap creature is, and about the weapons it employs. The dwarven man at the counter is just now slamming down another full tankard. There's a small, almost string of blue saliva going down the side of his mouth.
Andre's gonna walk up to the guy and go, hey there.
Uh-huh. And he turns to face you. What?
I see you got some pretty nice armor there. I'm wondering where you got it.
Yeah, it's mine. I use it so I don't die.
That's very admirable, you know? I'm gonna look at it, like, this guy does not look like familiar at all, right?
No, he is not the boss that you saw.
Does he have, like, a bag on him?
A bag.
Like, does like, you know, something that he keeps this, like, stuff in?
No, on him is, well, he's got a money pouch, if you count that as a bag. But he doesn't have any backpack or anything that could store anything of size.
Okay. Does he have any, like, weapons or anything on him?
Yes, to his left in his sheath is a longsword. The sheath itself does seem rather worn, but originally it must have been of pretty good quality.
You guard tavern?
Yeah, this here's place is mine now, protected. Whoa.
It's yours?
He looks at the gnome lady in front of him. Yeah. What? Another please, lady. And he slams his tankard on the counter once more, with quite a bit of strength. Immediately, the gnome lady crouches down and brings out a yellow bottle. On it is labeled the Ear Twister, and she begins to pour in the tankard. Drink with me, funny clown man. Woo!
Perhaps another time. He's gonna turn over to the gnome lady and go, so, I have some questions for you.
Oh, yes, what can I do for you?
Did a dwarf come in here somewhat recently? Red beard, probably injured, you know, like, I think half plate, some of that heavier armor. Had a great
Shiny.
sword.
Red beard, heavy armor. Yeah, we've had some people like that, but injured, you said? How, what kind of injury? Like, are they missing an eye?
I got a question above game. He was, like, pretty messed up, right?
Yeah, I axed the shit out of his back at one point.
Yeah, he was. His back itself was heavily wounded. It even pierced through his armor, but his face, he wasn't missing any limb or anything like that. So besides that wound that you inflicted, he was pretty fine.
He had a pretty nasty gash on his back.
On his back, no, I don't think we've had anyone like that. Are you looking for a lost friend? The guards might have seen something.
You could say that. Can I try to see if this person's lying?
Sure, that'd be insight, so go ahead.
Ah. Oh, that was almost so good. That's a 9.
That's a shame. You try and judge her looking, if she's been sweating. Sometimes people will just erupt in those cold sweats when they start lying. For her, it's a bit hard to judge. She's been in a pretty warm tavern for a while, so there are small beads of sweat. But as to whether that's from the lying or just from generally being in a very warm environment, that's hard to tell.
Okay. Thank you for your time. And he's just gonna get up.
You, sirs, would you like some this elf ear twister? It's our top of the line. And she looks at you, Belial. Very good if you can hold your liquor.
I smell it.
Smell
He,
it.
he kind of reaches a hand out.
Yeah, she climbs on a little stool to get closer to your height, and puts the bottle near your nose. From it, there's a very strong smell, almost like a vinegar kind of smell. It definitely seems like something that would leave one sleeping for a good while.
Maybe later.
Oh, okay. Would you like some, ma'am? And she turns to look at you, Rayla.
Oh, me? No, I'm okay. Thanks.
Okay, well, safe travels to you. And she pours more of the bottle in the dwarven man's tanker. Whoa!
Alright. Well, we might need that nose of yours. He's just gonna walk out.
The Minotaur will start to follow, but as he kind of passes by that crowd of people around the bard, he's definitely gonna slow down and kind of stop.
As you slow down and start listening a bit more to the bard's tale, he starts speaking about a hunter. I guess the Flapjack hunter. He is a devious man of many means, weapons, and tactics. Some say he has tried to hunt down the sun itself. Some say he's found devious, dark beasts at the bottom of the sea. But this Clapjack has been too much and has evaded him. And so he haunts in the springs and in the hills, over the clouds and under the dirt, to find his prey.
What is crap, trap?
Ah, yes, my big friend, that is the question, for none who have witnessed it have come out alive to tell us this dark tale. These rumors, these hearsays, some say, are not baseless, they're not lies, nor fiction. They are the history of those who have sacrificed, lost, been taken their lives from by this wretched beast. Some say its fingers are as knives made of rock, carving deep into steel as though it were but cheese.
Rayla's gonna like make her way over to like the Minotaur and be like, "Come on, we need to go." But then she's gonna like start listening to the story and get distracted as well.
Ah, yes, Missy, you see maws of ebony striking deep into flesh, leaving wounds the likes of which none I have ever witnessed. These tactics, these thoughts, clearly belong to a beast of intellect, and so it has evaded capture. But there is but one man who has set about its destruction, its end, its damnation, and that is the Claptrap Flapjack Hunter.
Where is crap flap trap?
Well, you see, that is the question. If only fighting him was as easy as it was to find its victims. Some say it's made an imprint to the west. Some say high above in the mountain it has made its nest. Recently, there are rumors that this Flapjack Clapjack and his hunter have been sighted to the east near the mountains. But of that I know not more, my good friend. But I must warn you, if a man of your caliber attempted to slay this beast, you must operate with caution, for it has taken many a valiant warrior. Many a valiant warrior.
Not me.
Ah, but we shall see. If one day I must sing tales of your might, under which name shall I write them? Please tell me, O great beastman.
Rayla 2.
See,
Again?
He kind of just looks down at Rayla and like gives a quick nod.
Rayla's just gonna do like a thumbs up back.
then I pray one day I sing songs to the prowesses of Rayla too.
The Minotaur's just kind of dumbly staring at Rayla now.
What's Andra doing during all of it? Oh, sorry, go
No.
ahead, Rayla.
No, go ahead, sorry.
In that case, what's Andre doing during all this? He's just kind of standing and staring.
Andre just walked out at a certain point.
Okay. So what's Andre doing? In front of the inn is Hot Hoof, where you've left him. He appears to be chasing a squirrel that's darting between its hooves.
I'm going to look out for anyone who has the symbol of two inverted triangles with a slash going through it.
Inverted triangle with a slash going through it. Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. There it is. Alright, that is a 15.
15. That's not bad. So looking in the streets, there's a very high amount of people just going by, like water droplets in the fucking river. There's definitely quite a few of them that have symbols resembling that, but none of them that appear to have that particular exact symbol.
I will go up. Well, actually, I think I'll just like kind of get like near someone who has a symbol like that. Like not gonna be like facing them. I'm just gonna like lean back on like a wall or something, and then I'm gonna just speak in thieves' cant. And ooh, I gotta think of something to say. I think he's just gonna like speak in thieves' cant and just say like I'm with Ryan. I think his name was.
Whatever. I never clicked that it actually sounded like Ryan. But yeah, you do say that. It comes out as I'm looking for the apple basket. And the person just looks at you and goes, well, you can find them in the market. And he points to your left. He doesn't seem to have understood the hidden meaning of the question.
Unfortunate. Okay. Well, then he'll just walk back to the tavern. He's not trying to walk off for too long.
I see. You do that. Back in the tavern, the bard has now begun another tale. This time he's speaking about a furred creature who's been talked about. Apparently it's been going through villages and villages, and in its wake people have become more merry. Ah, and with fur of gold it spreads joy through the leaves of the tree and through the seeds of the earth. That is what a noble creature must do. That is what it has done, and what it will do. What are what are Rayla and Rayla 2 doing?
Aurella's just gonna like shake her head and be like, "Oh, hey, what are we doing? Mr. Minotaur, yeah, we should go meet up with Andre."
Oh, what? And he kind of looks around. Where did he go?
I assume he's waiting outside the tavern first.
He doesn't like stories, does he?
He's like, isn't he a musician? I feel like he should. Isn't that like his like whole thing? Or like, I don't know.
Glow people are weird. As he says that, he kind of like slowly starts walking towards the door.
I was like caught off guard by him moving super abruptly, so she like hurries after him. She hurries after him.
Alright. You do so, opening the door, you come almost face to face with Andre, who himself is next to the door.
He'll kind of like thumb over his shoulder and go, stories.
What, you want a story?
Yes.
Well, I'll give you one after this is all done.
Okay. What do next?
Well, we can still check the stables at the barracks, and also, I'm not entirely sure how good your smell is, but if you can pick up any blood or anything, that would work as well.
Okay. Yeah. The Minotaur will like sniff the air.
Okay, make a perception check.
Alrighty.
Can I wait, am I able to give my inspiration to him?
I don't need it. I just got a nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your total for that?
23.
No.
No idea, I just expect that to work.
Damn.
Yeah, with a 23, you sniff the air, and there's a lot that comes into your nostrils. There's that metallic twinge that one might associate with blood. It seems to be coming from far down into the street, closer to excavation sites. There's a lot of fruity aromas coming into your nostrils as well, coming further down in the opposite direction, towards what seems to be stalls that are currently closing down. But anything that's definitely blood is definitely hard to pinpoint due to the high amount of people just nearby, and each with their own particular scent they carry with them.
Okay. I'll kind of look around a bit and, walk out into the street even. That smell. Something this way. And he just kind of points down the road that you were saying, kind of a little metallic-y, you were saying? Yeah, point that way.
Okay. I'm also gonna just find someone passing by and just ask them where the barracks is.
Oh yeah, of course. The barracks, they're close to the center of town. If you and follow this path, you will see in the distance there's a great statue to King Kaldrak. It's right behind him.
Okay. Thank you. Were they pointing the same direction that, like, Belial's pointing at?
No, it's almost in diagonal, where Belial is pointing directly towards a cliff, where there's quite a bit of activity. This one is more in diagonal and closer to the center of town.
Okay. Well, what's our plan here? Because obviously that source could be from him. He could have gone to those barracks, but if we already have him, we could just try to go check it out now. Potentially. I mean, this is mostly conjecture.
We check barracks. I no smell blood.
Okay, he's gonna look at Rayla.
Yeah. Let's check the barracks if we haven't found anything else.
Okay, then. And he will start leading them to where that person pointed him out, behind the big statue. How do you spell that king name, by the way?
Aldrak. You, Andre, would definitely know him.
Oh.
Aldrak, new High King of the Nefer Kingdom. He's a fairly young by Dwarven standard, but he was one of the most important player in brokering the truce of the Triway War.
Okay. Oh, this guy's gonna get assassinated. Okay. That's terrifying. All right. Because like above game, I'm gonna throw out like a feeler. I think this is where like those honorables kind of like. I think this is like where they like hang out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like a weird place just to chill, but
Well, they wouldn't seem out of place if they're just a bunch of dwarves in like an underground place.
yeah.
But we'll see.
All right.
So you say you were going straight towards the barracks, correct?
Indeed. Or the stables to the barracks, at least.
See. So you follow the path that the passerby told you. By the way, what do you do with Hothoof? I assume you put him in the stables?
Yes.
Just wanted to confirm. So as you go towards the barracks, you pass quite a mass of people. It seems to be thinning out now as people are starting to get home, but there's a lot of people out and about. Easily twice as many as in Isip. Making your way, you do first see the statue, as the passerby said. It's quite grandiose. It appears to be made of solid iron, and it depicts the king, Kaldrak, in heavy armor, wielding a massive sword and a great shield, with the sword pointing at the heaven. It almost looks like something was taken off the sword, something of considerable size, but it's a bit hard to, well, tell without knowing what it was. Behind the statue, as the person says, is a fairly wide building, more large than high, on which is carved the words barracks. Next to this barracks is another building, much taller and with an almost spire aesthetic, upon which is spelled Akins. Going into this building are the tall, lanky human with the odd polka dot bow tie, as well as the rough dwarven lady that you initially met when you entered the city.
He'll just nod at them and keep going.
You do so, they haven't noticed you, so.
Oh, well.
You do so. I assume you go to the barracks?
Indeed.
Okay. So going up to the barracks and knocking on the door, there's a a dwarven voice that comes in from the interior. Hello? Can we help?
Yeah, do you allow, like, public admittance to these stables?
If um, well, we can let you see them, but we don't let anybody use them. If you're looking for a place to keep your horse and might want to look at was it the Firehoof? Yeah, the Firehoof. You should have some spawn. They've got a pretty white one.
No need, just if we can see it, that'll be fine.
Um, okay. Oh, uh, opening the door, there's a short and stout dwarven man, himself wearing medium armor. Not particularly well armed, but he's got pretty good armor. Okay, well, follow me. And he starts going around the barracks. I assume you follow him?
Yeah.
So, what do you want to see those sables for, anyway?
Looking for
You
someone.
Inspector? What's...
Oh, I don't think Andre would be too descriptive. I think he's gonna try to keep most of it a secret, so yeah, he'll just say that they're looking for someone.
Oh, did you lose a friend? We can help you look for him.
No need. Well, we have it handled. Well,
Well, what do they look like?
they have a nasty gash on their back, a dwarf, red beard,
Nasty
heavy armor.
gash. Huh. Could swear I saw someone holding there.
If you did, anything would work.
Yeah, I think I did see someone with that. I might want to check next to the open plain. I think he went in that direction. Somewhere around there, anyway.
Is that where the excavation sites are by chance?
Oh no. Oh yeah, you're a traveler. Sorry. The the open plain. That's what we call the place where the elementals get up at night. Fuckers. It's it's a white spot. You might have seen it when you came in from above. There's a couple lights coming from it. Blue, red, almost like fire.
Okay, thank you.
Go in that direction. Just be sure not to go in it, because you will probably die.
Wait, so sorry, did you say elementals?
Oh yeah, there's since the war in that place, there's people made of lava, water, dirt. I kind of get up in the at night, and they try and get into the city. I'm not quite sure when it started, but we work to make sure they don't get in, because they are not exactly friendly, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, it's good that you don't let them in. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. This is fine.
I need to ask, does any of them have... Is there one of cold, by chance? You know, freezing. It kind of freezes whatever it walks near.
Well, there's a water one. Like, none of them are particularly powerful, don't get me wrong. There's just quite a few of them, and they don't really seem to die, so you gotta make sure every night they don't get in.
What
Thank you.
happens if they do?
Well, you see, it's... If you want to see what they do when you just let them do what they want, walk in there alone at night. You'll see you're not exactly friendly.
How do you keep them in?
We got a couple of veterans from the war. They've got spears, and they're on high on high fortifications. So when they get close, they just stab them, and eventually they die.
This has been here a while.
Oh yeah, a couple decades for sure. I think about 50 years, something like that. it's not really an issue so long as we've got enough guys with spears.
Why here?
I don't know. Like a lot of people seem to think it's from the dragons. You know, back during the war, they did their breathing thing down on here pretty hard. Like if you walk around the city, you'll find there's quite a few buildings that we haven't quite yet removed that were burned or frozen during that. But that might have been it. I think their breath is magic. I don't know. I'm not a dragon. So yeah. Alright, and here we are to the stables. And after walking around for quite a moment, you arrive at a metal gate, which he immediately unlocks with a key he takes from his side. And leading you further in, there's about 30 spots for horses, about half of which aren't taken.
I'm going to look for any that has armor or that looks familiar, because if there is one that's really bad.
Well, none of them are familiar, but all of them do wear basic leather armor.
He's gonna turn to the guy and go, was there a horse just left out somewhere recently?
A horse left out somewhere.
You know, no one seemed to own it.
Now that you mention it, I think we found one of them outside the city. Yeah, I don't know what we did with that one. I think one of our guys is walking around trying to find the owner. Get a few runaway horses every once in a while.
Well, if you find a guard named it's Farah. I was about to, well, I'm saying that above game. It's Farah.
Yeah,
Okay, guys, like it wasn't an I. I think it was an E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's an elf named Farah. You might see her eventually. Just let her know about it, and she'll take care of it.
Okay. Is she a friend of yours or?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell the guys that. So, are you done here? What were you wanting to see here anyway?
I look at horses.
Is that how you people? I don't want to think about that too much. You beast people. That's okay. So well, if you've seen what you need to see, it's time to go.
I
Thank you.
want to look at horses.
Do you? You're asking that like a question.
Yes.
Well, we'll have to do it another time.
But we're here now.
We are, but also he's gonna like lean in. There's a psychopath cultist running around.
But what if horse has blood on saddle?
Well, we've kind of, at least somewhat, well, it's most likely that he ditched the horse. But listen, we have to discuss this another place.
Fine.
Hey, Missy, did he say blood on the saddle? What's going on with that horse?
Horse fine. Person not.
Oh, well, if you're looking for someone injured, you might want to look at the healer. We've had a clinic set up for a little while. It's a bit of a weird sort, the type elves, weird mushroom leaf magic. Oh, Seems to work though, so not complaining.
Okay.
Where? Healer.
She's set up shop near the excavation sites. What you call her shop? Something about leaves, I think. The left leaf, I think. Something like that. You might be close at this time, but if you hurry, you might catch her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now get out of the stables.
Yep, and he's just gonna walk out.
Right. He holds the door wide open for you specifically, Rayla, too.
The Minotaur kind of like furrows his brow. He doesn't really like being told to leave, but he'll hesitantly do so.
What's Rayla doing during all this?
She's just kind of looking.
Oh, I think I cut out for a moment.
Ah, sorry, that's my fault. I'm using push to talk.
Oh, sorry. So, go ahead.
I was just saying she's very nervous. It's just like you can see there's something bothering her, but she's just gonna be like, "Thank you," and she's gonna go out the door.
Right. Leaving, you find that the flow of people has significantly calmed. You seem to have come back around where you first entered, as you see the kobold that you initially menaced, walking back down the street with a somewhat dejected look on his side, trailing his sign behind him.
Well, that's interesting. It's even more interesting. He's gonna turn at Rayla and go, "Seems you got some on your mind."
It's nothing. You don't need to worry about it. It's just yeah, the how do I explain it? Those things are just scary. You know, the things that they talked about. I've just heard weird things about them.
He's gonna like lean in about who.
Like the elementals they were talking about. That it's just that.
Well, let's hope we won't have to deal with him then.
I really hope so.
Okay, so need to find this open plain place. We forgot to ask directions. We asked for the infirmary. Okay. Well, the infirmary is like I think back, well, somewhat back the way we came because it's near the excavation sites, which might have been the source of blood. So, yeah, Andre's just gonna go look for another person to ask, or unless he can like look and see the fortifications.
You mean towards the open plain?
Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly hard to find. Looking in the air, you can still see the faint hues of the light coming from that place, even from where you are. It rises above the buildings.
Yeah.
You said it was a white light, right? Or
Uh, all sorts of colors: red, blues, whites, oranges.
okay, not sure where I got the idea it was white.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk that direction, and he's going to look at like the buildings on the way there. Like, is there like, does it seem like there's a place where like someone like is like standing outside for most of the part? Like, are they working on stuff outside?
Working on stuff outside.
Like,
You
I'm
mean?
basically looking for like witnesses, like who could have like witnessed the street.
Oh well, there's definitely no shortage of witnesses. There's quite a few people that are leisurely strolling about. There's a couple of people just working on fixing various parts of their houses. So some are applying more mortar to their stone houses. Others are applying an odd sort of sap to their wooden houses, the ones that spiral above others, like spires. The people that do that are mostly elves that don't quite seem entirely easy in this place. So there's definitely a lot of people.
All right, I'll walk up to one of the people that are like working on like trying to fix like their houses and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just gonna go, excuse me.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, did you happen to see a dwarf, a red beard, like, holding their back? They had heavy armor on, walking down this way.
Dwarf with red beard and heavy armor. Yeah, I think I saw one. He was headed to the guard's outpost. Um, I think he went that way to the guard's outpost, but before the open plain. Do you always walk around in that getup?
Indeed, I do,
Oh
and thank you.
God.
He's going to walk off.
Oh.
He's gonna like do like a showman bow.
As you turn around, you hear him mutter the words "terrifying."
Okay, well, we might have our man. So he's gonna put his hands on Rayla's shoulder and go, okay, Rayla,
Mhm.
you're smart, right?
I think so.
We're gonna need you to use your brain. So
Okay. Yeah, I do. What am I doing?
we'll figure it out. And then he's gonna walk.
God damn it, Andrew. Just walk away. Where you
He's
going?
gonna walk towards the path. Well, to the outpost.
Okay. Is the gang following him, or what's going on?
Yeah, sure, I'll follow. But wait, add a game. What are you asking me to do?
He didn't ask anything yet. He was just like, okay, you're smart, right? Okay, we're gonna need it, and then walked off.
Oh, you just said that to me, like, right? Okay.
Pretty much.
All right, going towards the fortifications, you find there's about a dozen dwarven men, each of them equipped very much heavily. The armor kits do seem somewhat familiar to you, but not quite exactly. Each of them wields a halberd made of pure metal. The tip of it seems to be somewhat infused with an odd sort of material that gives it an almost ephemeral look. None of them are looking towards you, all of them looking downwards into the wide expanse of land beyond.
Well, this is a sight. Okay. Well, I need to do a personal roll for Andre real quick.
Oh, God damn it.
Wait, Lana, can I send you a question?
Hmm?
Oh, I'm gonna send a question with it.
Yeah. All right. All right. Rayla's lucky today.
That's not menacing at all.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So, with that, he's just gonna find a guard. Yeah, I think he's just gonna walk up to the nearest guard and go, excuse me, you sir.
Oh, yes, what can I do for you? Mr. Bard?
You could say that. Now, I have a
Okay.
very, very important question for you.
Okay.
Did you see a man, about a dwarf,
Yes.
red beard, with a gash on his back, walking here?
Gas was back. Okay, I thought you were just gonna ask it. Okay. Yeah. Gas on his back. Not quite sure. How long ago would he have been here?
Within the last few hours. You know, he's holding his back in pain, walking around here.
Last few hours. Holding his back in pain. Um,
He also has a greatsword if that helps.
With a great that might have been yeah, I think I saw him. That was Thurn, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Could you tell us where Thurn is at the moment?
Well, I think you just missed him. He killed himself a couple while ago. Fucker walked right in the open plain. What a fucking dumbass.
Really? Where's his
Yeah, oh
body?
well. Hmm? No, he's. You think anybody's going in there to bring him back?
Oh,
Well,
well,
an asshole anyway.
could you point us in the right direction of where he went in that open plain?
Um, sure. You're not getting any ideas to go in there, are you?
How
Perhaps.
did he get in?
Well, he just jumped. It's not exactly hard. The hard part is to get out. Because we don't want anything from there getting in here.
Which way did he go in that open plain? Could you point it out to us?
Okay, but before I do, don't don't get this wrong. If you go in there, we are not going to help you when you start dying.
That's fine.
Those elementals are not to be fucked with. There's a lot of them.
Me neither.
Duly noted.
Okay, so come on up here, and he points towards a set of staircases near him that allow to get on top of the fortifications.
I will follow.
We went in that place, and he points towards a place around the center of the open plain, and that seems to lead into a further set of regressing cliffside caverns. So basically, the end of the fissure that goes for a good 1,000 feet easily before it starts closing down, and it becomes quite hard to make out details at that distance.
All right. He's just gonna look around. Is there anything out there like in the way of from the fortifications to that center?
And
Like
the
currently?
way, I mean, there's death.
Fair.
Not much else. That's why we don't go there.
Why did
Well,
no one stop him?
well, I mean, we tried, but then the fucker jumped off. Uh, Jumped off and ran down there. Was saying something about awakening. I don't know, something about killing people. Ah, fuck him. He was an asshole.
He was mad or scared?
Well, he seemed pretty crazy, but I can't say I was paying too close attention to his facial expression at the time.
Okay. Did he just run straight to that center?
Well, like I said, somewhere in that direction. So, if he's not dead close to here, he's gotta be dead close to there.
Noted. Okay. Well, this should be interesting. Andre's gonna put a foot up on the rail and lean over a bit and just go, What's
Oh,
the
no,
best
you
way
don't.
to go about this?
Okay. As you put a foot on the railing, make an wait. Is that no? That's just a hit. Does a 16 hit your AC?
It does.
Yeah. As you put your foot on the railing, the guard will grab you by the arm and yank you back. Oh no, you don't.
Wait, was that a grapple? Because I think I do roll a contesting about that.
You roll can fucking mix it up every time. I think you roll it to get out of it, but to hit, it's just a normal. Isn't that right?
I think you're right, but let me check. No, not that site. No, I don't want the grappler feat.
Oh no, you're right. It's contested. So make
Okay.
an acrobatics check. DC 16, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, that's 24.
24. That's pretty good. He tries to grab you by the arm, but you just move a bit to the side and escape his attempt to grapple you quite easily.
I'll just look at him and go, now, see, if this was any other situation, I would have just jumped when you tried to do that. That's not how you handle things.
You got 30 seconds to get the hell out of here before shit goes down.
Alright, good to know. He'll jump.
Motherfucker.
Listen, we
Okay.
gotta chase this guy, okay?
Hope you've got a plan. Okay, you jump down the 20 feet high fucking place. Let me see how much you take. 7 fall damage.
Alrighty.
The Minotaur, for maybe not the first time, but he does definitely seem like stressed out by that. He was not expecting.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of like wide-eyed staring at Raylan, just like, what? Why?
This is what happens when you let the crazy guy take point.
That's a good point. As after you jump, almost immediately you hear stunned gasps from inside and people just yelling at you, "Hey, you fucking idiot! Grab onto this! Get the fuck out!" And they lower their very long spears to try and let you grab on to get up there.
I think he's just gonna run. He's just gonna like bow at them and just go, "Thank you, but I'll be fine," and then just sprint towards that center.
Okay. Two of the guards turn towards you, Rayla and Belial, and just go, "Well, I hope you weren't too attached to your friend." You know, a good obituary sender if you need recommendations.
Is the only way to get down there through the ledge?
Yeah, you just gotta jump. There's no way to get back up either.
Rayla's gonna mutter to herself like, "God, Andre, why'd you go there? Can't just leave him."
Sorry, go ahead.
And she's gonna turn to like the Minotaur and be like, "We have to follow him."
Okay. It's like you said, 20 feet or 25 feet.
Yeah, 20 feet drop.
Shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can probably take that. Okay. I'm just going to basically walk overboard, if that makes sense. Like one foot on the edge and then the next foot just out into the open.
Two of the guards will try and stop you from just jumping. Okay, I don't think you can possibly roll bad enough to fail that check. That's an 8. I think you beat that with a nat 1. So they try and grapple you, but you're just too strong. And they're not able to stop you at all as you just jump off and take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Shit. Okay. By any chance, do they come with me?
No.
Okay.
At this point, what's Rayla doing?
Rayla, this sucks. This is the worst. Rayla's also gonna try to make the jump, and upon the landing, she's gonna try to do a roll so she doesn't die.
Okay. The guards still trying to stop Mr. Minotaur just are focused on him and not you as you just jump off and you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Andre, you've ran ahead for quite a while now, and you're good, let's say, 150 feet ahead of the others. As you keep walking, you notice figures starting to emerge from the dirt around you. just wisps of smoke and the dirt itself, almost like a hand rising to try and grab you. There's a good half a dozen creatures now that just seem to appear out of thin air. What are you doing?
I think he's gonna keep running. Because Andre's logic is if a guy that was severely injured ran through this, then he should probably be fine just going if he just ran through it as well.
Okay. One of the wisps of smoke starts to materialize, having a core burning like hot magma. And a fast ray of this very same magma will fire straight towards you, Andre. Does a 15 hit your AC?
Yes, it
I'm
does.
rolling pretty good today. Okay. You take 7 fire damage
Oof.
as it makes contact with your left leg and it burns through your clothes, singeing and hurting immensely. As you keep running, more and more and more creatures, first numbering in barely under 10, now numbering well over 30, seem to form between you and the fortifications.
It's between me and the fortifications?
Yes.
There's no turning back now. Thought about it, but no, he's just gonna keep running his full just at like 90, I think, per turn.
90. Wait, no, we actually talked about that. It should be 90. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, at your 90 feet per turn. Rayla and Belial, you see Andre running somewhat ahead of you, and getting hit by a stream of fire as more and more creatures emerge from the dirt. For now, they're mostly between you and him, but there's little doubt they will also catch up to him in just a moment.
How's the visibility? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
How's the visibility in this area?
Visibility was fine before, but now a thick cloud of fog seems to have appeared along with the various elementals.
Okay.
Some spots are completely devoid of fog, so through them you can see. And Andre is in one of those spots. You can see that for him to reach the area where the fissure begins to grow smaller, there's still a good 700 feet or so.
Jesus. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to ready my axe and shield. I'm prepping myself up for a fight here, but turn around to Raylan. We stay close. Get there together.
Rayla's like visibly shaking now. She's like, yeah, together. We need to do this. God, Andre, why does he? Okay, together.
We move quickly. And he'll kind of begin to do like a battle jog.
Battle
Not,
jog.
yes, a battle jog. Not directly towards anything, but like the most direct route while still avoiding being right up next to something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, most
Okay.
of the creatures themselves don't react much to you unless you get very close, simply ambulating towards the fortifications. Whenever you get close to one of them, they will try and attack you. So, I need more dice, hold on. Mavis isn't even there for the TPK. What the hell?
I misstated it.
You guys are doing great. For now. Okay. So as you walk through, I assume, Rayla, you're following directly behind Belial, correct?
Yeah, I'm right next to him. I have my bow out.
Yeah. As you As you walk through the thick mass of of elementals, there's 6 of them that shoot bursts of their respective elements towards you. One, there's 2 fires, 2 ice ones. Well, sorry, 2 water ones that shoot streams of just immensely boiling water directly at you, and there's one of dirt that just throws a line of shards of rocks in your direction. Most of them miss, but the line of shards of rock and one of the fires make contact with you. You take. Ooh. Oh yeah. Also, I just rolled for this, and only 2 of them were above your AC. Just for. Yeah.
Who are you attacking, me or Rayla?
No, they're ranged AOE attacks. So
Oh.
both you. Yeah. No, I used both of your ACs there. It's not arbitrary. Only 2 of them were above 17.
Okay.
And you take a total of 9 damage each.
Alright.
This is interesting.
Through this, you do manage to make your way, although you do sustain quite a bit of damage. And you get somewhat closer to Andre. Andre, speaking of you, my friend, what are you doing? In front of you, more and more creatures seem to emerge from the dirt.
Oh,
At
it's in
first,
front
there
of
were
me,
about
crap.
30, now they number closer to 50. And they very much surround you from all sides, although
Oh, wow.
not many of
Oh,
them seem to directly target you.
I'll just keep like if they're not like targeting me, I think I'll just try to like kind of just run. Yeah, do they even seem to be like moving towards me?
Oh, they definitely are.
Is there any cover around?
No, it's a plane.
That's the case. Okay.
Yeah, not a great situation.
Yeah.
I dare say.
Hmm.
I dare say you've had brighter ideas, but maybe you'll survive. We'll see.
All right. Fine. Okay. I will turn back, and then to try to make an opening, I'm gonna toss my flask of oil at one of the magma ones that are like separating me from everybody else.
Okay, you do that. Roll to hit.
Alrighty. Is that just dexterity?
No, it's yeah. Well, the mod is dexterity. Yes.
Okay. That is a 14.
14 to hit. I do believe that does hit. Yeah, it does hit. You throw your flask of oil against one of the magma elementals. It breaks on impact, and the oil immediately spreads around the ground, catching fire, separating you from the group.
Is the fire that big? Because I was trying to disperse like the crowd of elementals. Because I don't know how many ones are like varied. Like, are they in like sections? Like, are they like grouped up?
They're grouped up is a bit of.
Okay, I know that, but while I'm
think
trying to
of it
make an
like
explosion.
trees in a forest. They're not exactly grouped up, but they are all around.
If they're not that grouped up, then he probably wouldn't do that. Then.
It's too late now, isn't it?
Oh well, that's
You rolled for it.
Listen, man. I did not have that information, okay? If that's the case. Well. I guess the only thing he can really do that would be for the best would just be to turn back, I think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he would just turn back then.
Alright, so turning around, you, I assume, go back towards the fortifications?
Yep.
The straightway will go through the now wall of fire you've created. Do you go through there, or do you take a detour?
Is it a wall of fire? Because it's just a flask. I guess that depends. I don't know how big a flask is.
I mean, it's liquid. It spreads on the ground,
True.
So it's pretty wide.
I mean, yeah, I'll just go around it, or just try to jump over it.
Yeah, you could jump over it. What's your jump distance minimum? This probably covers
I
about
don't remember.
7 feet, I'd say.
Because it's different if you have a running start or not. Because if you have at least 10 feet of running, I think it's like, hold on, let me
You
find
would
it.
have that running start.
It might be that thing. It's like your strength modifier or something, right?
Yeah, it does use your strength mod. It's kind of dumb.
Jumping, yeah, your strength. The long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on the foot immediately before the jump, so I can do a 9 foot long jump, I think.
Okay, with that, you do manage to jump over the fire without too much issue. It somewhat singes your feet, but it looks very cool as you emerge from the wall of flame. Belial and Rayla, you see Andre darting very much faster towards you than before. There's now about, I'd say, 170 feet between Andre and the fortification, and about 100 feet between Andre and both of you.
I'm sorry, I heard you but did not understand. Will you repeat that?
There's about 170 feet between Andre and the fortifications,
Okay.
and about 100 feet between you guys and Andre.
Okay, we're still like headed towards the middle though, yeah? Or does he?
You would be, yes,
Okay.
but
Okay.
Andre has turned back and is going towards you now
Okay.
very quickly.
Oof. All right.
Where are all like the elementals currently around us?
Yes, the elementals are currently all around you, but are making their way towards the fortifications, as not all of them have taken notice of you.
Okay.
The ones close to you, though, definitely have, and they're not happy.
Um. Okay. Jesus.
So okay. So Andre's like in front of us. In front of us, are there like a group of elementals?
Yes, there's also a group of elementals behind you now. There's not quite as many behind you, but they have been making their way towards the fortifications. If you're curious, the dwarves on there are losing their shit currently.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Roll20 open, can you take us to a blank page? I kind of want to sketch this out.
Sure. I don't have it, but I can open it.
Thank you.
I had it. Oh yeah, I have a different tab. I was like, where is it?
Okay. So I'm going to activate my rage. It's not necessarily going to be a rage, but more of like a fight or flight thing.
Yeah, I get that. Sure.
And shit. I'm going to, I guess, ready, and I don't know if I'm able to actually do this like mechanically, but I would like to ready an action to whatever Rayla does, whether it be
Yeah,
stand and fight or run.
Okay. You do need to specify what you will do, and you can only have one trigger when you ready an action.
Yeah, okay.
So if you said like, if Rayla stands and fight, I will fight as well. Well, if she runs, then you don't do anything. For instance.
Right.
Or the
Okay.
opposite is true. If you say, if she runs, I run, but she stands and fight, you just kind of don't do anything.
Okay. I'm going to prepare to run then. I feel like that's...
Okay, so you prepare a dash action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
You do that. You do that. Rayla, what are you doing? The elementals are currently circling around you and closing in. Somewhat reminiscent of what it must have been like.
Yeah.
Around you, streams of fires, water, dirt, air thickening around your lungs.
Rayla is going to she wait 1 second. Let me read something. she is gonna try. Wait, sorry. Into like the crowd of elementals that's kind of between her and Andre, she's gonna try to fire a bursting arrow into that.
Bursting arrow. Sure. Remind me what that does.
1 second.
Yeah, what damage did that do? I don't remember.
The. What do you mean, the elementals?
Well, I don't know. I was curious. Like, did that do radiant damage? Because that's so funny. If that's because it's like, oh, I got blown up earlier with radiant damage.
No, it's force damage.
Ah, okay.
The bursting arrow, I'm just going to read the description. Imbue your arrow with force energy from the school of evocation. The arrow detonates after your attack. Immediately after the arrow hits the creature, the target and all other creatures within 10 feet of it take 2d6 force damage each.
Okay, so 10 feet, you could probably hit 2 or 3 more elementals with that. So, okay, roll to hit the first elementals. I don't have
Okay.
I'm kind of recycling this, so let me just
Ooh, a 10.
Ooh, 10 will sadly not hit. As you shoot the arrow through one of the elementals, it's just not substantial enough for the arrow's magic to unleash, and it passes through it. You, does that happen after you hit? I think it does. Yeah, after the arrow hits a creature, you do not lose an use of your arcane shot.
Okay, if I miss that, then I'll just say that when... Can I ready an action for next time?
Readying an action is an action.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's true.
So, you still got your bonus action, your reaction, and your movement, but you can't use an action.
Then I'll just chill for now.
Okay. You do that. Back to Andre. Andre, there's quite a few elementals in the way. You have been making your way towards the fortifications, quickly going back on your steps. What do you do?
Besides laughing like a madman / idiot, he is going to I'm trying to I think this is more existential. Well, not existential, but it's like, how do they see? Like
How do they
elementals.
see? Well, they have faces. Not exactly humanoid, but you can make out features that would be. So
Okay.
there's balls of light, for instance, for the magma elementals. That probably do serve as eyes. There's an odd opening roughly where their mouth might be, but there's no nose. And it's similar for some of them. Others, for instance, the water elementals are simply made of water, and it's a mystery how they have any senses.
All right. Well, I will just Andre will keep trying to just weave through them all.
All right. So, you do. As you pass, here, let me. I don't know if you're on the Roll20 page. I'm kind of just. Here we go. You would proc 4 attacks.
I keep forgetting I have it in a different tab. There we go. Wait, do you have it up on the roll? Wait, do I have the wrong thing?
Is the page changed on Roll20?
Oh yeah, sorry. There you go. I didn't put the player tab on it.
Oh, okay. See.
Oh.
All right. Would I proc 4 if I go just straight?
Oh well, I'd already. Yeah, you would proc this one, and this one. Probably if you just ran straight.
Wait, are you
Right.
pinging them? Because I can't see the pings.
Yeah, we can't see them.
This one, this one, this one. The others are a bit too far to be able to hit you, but those ones would definitely take notice of you and attempt to attack.
Oh, so they have like a, what is that, like 10-foot reach then?
It's range attack. We're not on initiative here, so it's not quite opportunity attack.
Oh,
Because if
okay.
we were on initiative, I'd have to roll 30 of them, and yeah, no.
Okay. If that's the case, if we're not really in initiative, all right. I think he's gonna try something weird to avoid it. So, what type of elementals are they? I guess you should ask before
They're
he
very
tries it.
much varied in them. Also, let me just put you back to the original spot you were in. There's fires, there's water, there's some rocks, and there's some air/steam elementals.
Okay then. All right. While he's running, he's just gonna like toss up his ripped up, ruined tent to just try to catch some of the stuff that they're throwing at him.
Okay, it's interesting. Sure.
He's just hoping that as soon as the elements start clashing, that they're just gonna start messing up each other's shots. He doesn't think they're gonna be too coordinated.
Yeah. At which of the elementals do you throw your tent?
Well, he doesn't throw it at them. It's as he's running, he just kind of throws it up behind him and just lets it float down.
Ah, I see. Okay. Sure. So that would block the attack from the elemental right beside you as you run past them.
Alrighty.
Yeah, sure. So then I assume you move your 60 feet using your bonus action to dash.
Yep.
All right. So then you proc 2 of them only. Those are both 9s.
Those
As
both
you
miss.
throw your tent behind you, they seem to take that as a target rather than you. And bursts of fires, water, and just streams of rocks collide upon the tent. It was already pretty much ruined, being torn through by a Belial earlier, but now it's nothing but a pile of ash and broken wood.
Well, hopefully that gives them something to think about. And
You are...
oh yeah, I can't move it.
Switching back to Belial and Rayla. What are you doing as Andre dashes furiously towards you, dodging and weaving through blows and just streams of elemental fury, with his tent acting as decoy behind him?
Panicking because I'm not a spellcaster.
This is yeah.
Rayla, which one did you hit with an arrow before?
I was originally I would assume I was aiming for like this one here.
Okay. Oh god. All right. Let's feel dumb for not knowing this. Dodge and disengage. Disengage is when you are already reach with someone, right?
Yeah, disengage is when you don't want to proc opportunity attack. Dash doubles your, well, it adds your movement speed to your movement speed.
No, dodge.
Oh, dodge. Wait, no, sorry. Dodge gives disadvantage on anybody trying to hit you.
Okay. Let's take that action. Now I'm gonna dodge, and then let's try and get past. Ooh, I just drew. I'm gonna try and run past this dude.
Okay. So taking the dodge action, you'd be going there? Is that correct?
Yeah, like right here.
Okay.
Not letting me.
The creature, as you dart past him, very much changes its focus from the dwarves up on the fortification, and upon you as it tries and fires a stream of ice cold water in your direction. And that dodge very much mattered as it changed the hit from a 22 into a 7.
Oh, amazing. Okay. You'll have to move the token. I'm unable.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you make it there without too much fuss. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Rayla, you see Mr. Minotaur for the first time running away, darting past the elementals and doing his best to avoid blows, narrowly dodging one of their icy blasts. What do you do?
We are gonna follow suit. Love that plan.
Okay, where are you going?
Sorry about that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make my way where Belial is. I'm also gonna take that dodge action.
Okay, and you're going right next to Belial, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so boop. As you dart past the same elemental that Belial tried to reach, to reach past, it will also fire a blast with another one being just a bit too close to you, firing a stream of rocks attempting to knock you out. Once more, dodge action turns a 17 into a 12, and the other one was a 5 anyway.
Oh, okay.
Duck right under another icy blast as the rocks just go slightly above you, and you make it out unscathed for now. Andre, what are you doing?
Well, Belial had a very good plan, so I will also take the dodge action, but then I will dash 60 feet, because since I can use my bonus action for it, and I'll just dash straight forward.
Straight forward, you will only proc
Well, then, let me
creatures.
go like
actually 2 of them with that.
right here, I think. Wait, see it? No, I'm hiding it. I can go like right here and then here.
Yeah, you can do that. That will proc 3 of their attacks.
Wait.
Get all the way over there.
Okay.
As you immediately start dashing towards the fortifications, once more the fire elemental that was close to you just darts a belch of fire, and that is a 5 to hit.
That
You
will miss.
easily dodge out of the way. It passes underneath your armpit, and it's just not even close to hitting you. The other 2, as you come between them, fire at you both at the same time. One high up and one very much lower. That is a 13 to hit. Does that hit your AC?
It just barely misses.
Lucky you. You jump and pass between both of their blasts. One of them going underneath your belly, and the other one just barely scalding a sliver of your hood off. And we'll be back to Belial and Rayla's turn. What do you do? Andres made its way almost quite exactly as you were, and none of you are looking particularly great. The creatures themselves are still advancing, very much intent on bashing against the fortifications.
I think I'm gonna take my sorry. I'm gonna take my dash action and get up to the wall if I can.
It is not something you can climb easily. You will need to make an athletics check. Take it
Yeah,
up
that's fine. Even if I just make it like actually to the wall.
Yeah. Okay. So you do make it to the wall with how much more movement do you have? That's 40. So you have 20 feet of movement. Make an athletics check, please.
Alrighty.
DC here will be 15.
Okay. Going for a big old two-legged high jump here. Athletics. Where is it? Acrobatics, athletics. Okay. 21.
Ooh.
Will do it. You high jump and grab upon a loose brick of the construction, and you make it to 10 feet up as you use all your remaining movement.
Okay.
Rayla,
It-
what do you do?
Rhea is going to also follow suit. Great plan. We're gonna dash and try to get to the wall.
All right, so you do that. Make me another athletics roll, please. DC 15, as with Belial.
Yeah, sure. Where did I put my dice? Okay. I'm scrolling. D&D Beyond. 19.
19. My god, we're both rolling fucking amazing. You, as with Belial, you follow suit and grab upon another loose brick and making it all the way up to your movement speed and making it 10 feet up into the air there. The guards there are wriggling their small dwarven arms down to try and help both you, Belial, and Rayla up. Andre, you're the only one left, and the creatures keep closing in. What
Indeed.
do you do?
I will run. Oh, wait, my thing's weird. Where is... Oh, that's a weird thing you can do with multiply. Okay, I will run. Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay. There we go. I will run right over to here, and I'm gonna just try to run up to where the Minotaur is and hope he can help me up.
That will proc 3 of their attacks. Are you sure?
Is there a way to get there without proccing 3 attacks, or?
Diagonally?
This way would proc only 1 if you went straight afterwards.
Yeah, then I'll do that.
Yeah, okay. So you you do that, and that was a 19 hit your AC.
That will hit.
Through your elaborate dodging of all the different colored streams, one of them catches you by surprise as it bursts forth from the ground itself, and you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as the rocks collide directly with your face.
Alrighty.
You do make it to the wall. If you'd like to start climbing up, please make an athletics check.
I would like to do that. And I will also... Yeah, I'll use my inspiration for this. Athletics, okay. The first one is a 6. The second one is a... Ooh, that's a 7. Bad rolls.
You saw Rayla and Belial grab onto loose bricks and hoist himself up, so you try and replicate that. However, your own brick just falls off, and you fall back flat on your ass. The creatures keep once more closing in, and one of them has taken particular notice of you, and is getting closer. A guard high above you is doing his best to hoist you up with his halberd without hurting you, but diverts focus to just beating up the elemental.
Alright.
Belial and Rayla, you're almost up. The dwarves up on top are very much panicking right now, trying desperately to get you to not die.
Same, bro.
What do you do?
How much farther do we have to climb, by the way?
You climb 10 feet each, as you had 20 feet left, and it's climbing, so difficult terrain. So you still have 10 feet to go. Andre, however, still has the 20 feet to go.
Yeah. Unless my other 30 feet I could have gotten would help, but I doubt it, since I failed the check.
Yeah, you gotta succeed to check to start climbing.
Yeah.
I would like to use the rest of my movement to try and get up the wall.
Okay. In that case, roll me another athletics and keep going.
What is 18?
18. That'll do it.
Ooh.
You run up the wall, just swinging from one brick to the other, and you grab onto the ledge, making your way up.
Okay. At that point, I would like to ready an attack action. If either or like any of these elementals try and attack.
Yep. You bugged out for a sec. Can you repeat that? Yep. Am I the
Ooh,
one?
Wi-Fi, maybe.
Yep. I'm gonna assume what he was gonna say was readying an action to attack an elemental if it came up. And say, yeah, you do that. Rayla, we're up to your turn now. The
Um,
elementals have kept closing in, and Andre is having a bit of a tough time getting up. He seems mighty injured.
I am gonna try to go up the rest of the fortifications.
Okay, roll the athletics.
A 6.
A 6. That is a shame. As you try and climb up the fortifications, you horse yourself on the brick on which you were already, and the brick itself snaps in two, and you fall back to the ground. What do you do?
I am going to shoot an arrow at this elemental over here. That's next to me.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Sorry about that.
Wi-Fi is it's
Am I
bugging
still
out.
lagging?
No, I am, however. So sorry, can you repeat that?
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just saying I wanted to shoot an arrow at this elemental over here.
Okay, sure. You've got sharpshooters, so I don't think you've got disadvantage from being close. Just check to make sure. No, you. Okay. What you, the sharpshooter will still have you have disadvantage from. Oh, no, wait, it's 10 feet.
Yeah,
So
I was like, wait a
yeah,
second, is it
yeah,
like
no,
the
it's
one
10
close to
feet.
her? Because
Never
it's
mind.
10 feet.
So, yeah, roll to hit.
Okay.
And, yeah, 5 feet is, crossbow expert.
Life is so painful. An 8.
An 8?
An 8.
That, tragic. As you fall down, you try and aim for a shot at the elemental closest to you, but you just miss as you collide with the ground and just hurt your ankle very much. The shot swings wide, and you barely connect with the dirt behind them. Anything else? You still have your movement and bonus action and reaction.
How much movement do I have?
All of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna try to climb up the thing again.
Right. Athletics, please.
Ooh, a 21.
21, pretty good. As you climb up and exit the range of fire of the elemental you just tried to kill, it will go for one last blast at you. That is a 14. Does that hit?
No.
No. It shoots and hits the dirt, well, sorry, the wall next to you, but you swing from one side to the other and nimbly avoid the blow. With 30 feet of movement, you could make it 50 feet up to the wall. Anything else?
I think that's it.
I see. Then Andre, as you've just now failed to go up, the guard has attacked the elemental to get him off you, and has extended the blunt edge of his metal spear towards you to try and help you climb if you do so.
Alrighty, I will do that, but right before, I will bardically inspire Rayla with my last one.
Thank you.
Yep, now you
Alright.
got a d6 to roll for an ability check or anything else.
You do so.
And with that,
And then you said you climbed a wall, correct?
yes.
Roll 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 athletics with advantage from the guard helping you.
Okay, the first one is a 17. The second
That's-
one's 16. Okay.
That's good
50.
enough. You do make it up. I assume you use your action to dash.
Oh, yes, of course. I am so close to
Using-
dying.
Yeah, using all that movement, you do manage to make it up with the elemental seeming quite displeased at you escaping them. The only one left in the path of trouble is Rayla. Both Belial and Andre, you are surrounded by guards who are very much panicking and very much unhappy with you.
Andre's still cackling like an insane person.
Belial, are you good to talk? Doesn't seem like it. So I'll switch back to Rayla for now. Rayla, what are you doing?
So I'm
You are-
still. Where am I? Sorry.
You're just 5 feet off from the from reaching up and being into safety up on the fortresses.
Okay.
One of the guards, Dwarven, holds out his hand to try and help you climb up to safety for one last time. Beneath you, the elementals are still very much furious, shooting their elemental blasts high up at you. However, none of them seem to have the reach to get you 15 feet in the air.
I am gonna try to make the rest of the distance.
All right, roll athletics with advantage.
A 20.
20, that'll do it. Grasping the dwarven man's hand, you just pull yourself up and get yourself back on the fortress without much issue. Back on your feet, and about the half dozen guards just completely go beyond you and just start stabbing at the elementals below again and again. Very much focused on that. Through their stabbing, a couple of them hurl insults at pretty much you, Andre. You fucking idiot. What do you think you're doing down there? Fucking Christ. And they just keep stabbing, very much not having the time to pay more mind to you.
If that's the case, and if like Rayla and the Minotaur are fine, he's gonna bolt. He's gonna jump off and hide. Or I say jump off,
where?
but I mean, not gonna jump back
off
down
where,
into there.
Andre?
Listen, he's not that crazy, okay? He's just gonna go down like the steps. He's gonna try to like slink away while they're all distracted.
Not that
Okay.
crazy. Sorry.
It's not
Okay.
that crazy.
You do so. So you said you tried to sneak away.
Well, I said slink, but yeah, but it's the same thing. I say slink because he's just
Sorry.
lanky.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Alrighty. Ooh, that's a bad roll. That's an 8.
An 8. You slip away. It's a bit hard to tell if the guards didn't do anything because they were too focused on killing the elementals, or if they just didn't notice you slip away. But you move away. Both Rayla and Belial do notice you very clearly.
Hello.
Oh, hey, welcome back, Val.
Hello.
What up?
Okay, what did I miss? I assume we are all up the wall now?
We
Yes.
made it out.
Villa and Andre made it back up, and Andre just started slinking away.
Yeah, definitely not going to let that happen. I am chasing him down at a very respectable speed.
So yeah, like Andre's not running away from you. He's just gonna think you're following him.
Yeah, no, this is. I am going at a pace where you should be slightly worried.
Oh, if that's the case, then he. Actually, no, he doesn't. He's not like that. He's still laughing like an idiot, though.
Am I able to get up to Andre?
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright,
he's not like sprinting.
Oh, so Rayla is following suit.
Spinning him around and lifting him off the ground in a single movement, please.
He was not gonna resist.
Okay. You do that.
Just a solid rage, like death stare, for a very uncomfortable amount of time, with like lots of just like he doesn't. His brain can't process what to say yet, but he's like just holding you like up above him.
I think he's just still gonna be like kind of. He's not like full on laughing as he was before, but he's like kind of cackling to himself.
What was that?
An experiment. You know, had to see what it was like down there, you know, if he got away like that. Surprised you came down with me, though, you know. Usually my
'Cause
bad
you
idea is
could've-
only gonna get me killed.
Cause you would have died, and we couldn't just let you do that.
I mean, you could have. It was pretty dumb. But it's for science. Or whatever they say.
Is
What?
Andre still on is Andre being carried by Belial right now?
Yes, I am not letting him touch the ground.
He's hoisted up, not carried. There's a big difference there. But yes. How the fuck did that happen? Okay. Yeah. Around you, some people are now taking notice of the hulking beast man. Just holding up this scrawny clown person. And they're not quite up to intervening, but they definitely don't seem at ease with the situation.
Listen, big guy, do you want to do this now? How about we get back to the inn and we can discuss?
Right now.
Well, what do you want to know?
How are you so nonchalant?
Everything.
Oh, well, I had to see how that guy got down through there, you know. Obviously, from the guards, it was pretty clear to tell that people don't just run through there often. And they say the guy killed himself, but they never said about a body. So, my theory is they have some way to hide in that cave somewhere. Getting through it was the problem. So, I wanted to test out if maybe just running through. Maybe they have some sort of trick if they just run through, but that proved to be fruitless, even though I pride myself a bit on how quick I can run. So, with that, I've discovered that there is some trick to getting through there. But the means of that is still unknown. So, you gonna put me down?
No. And in fact, he like grabs you a little tighter.
He'll just laugh.
Nobody killed him. I was Andre alive.
What were they?
Hmm?
The things.
Oh, those are the elementals they mentioned.
Yeah, those are elementals, all right.
Actually, I've never seen one myself. It was really interesting.
Why
Interesting.
do they exist?
I couldn't tell you. It's actually a really interesting phenomenon. Actually, wait, TM, due to his, like, the friends he's had, would he have known, like, would he have heard from them, like, what elementals are?
Yeah, so roll Arcana with disadvantage.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's like, because, like, that seems like something that would come up in, like, conversation. It's like, oh, you know what elementals are? And it's like, oh, what is that?
Yeah,
But that
unlikely
was,
you know
eh.
much. You probably know they existed, that for
Yeah.
sure, but
Ooh, that's a good
detail.
first roll, but oh, wow, okay. That was a 16 with disadvantage. I rolled a 16 and a 17.
16, hot damn. Elementals carry themselves very much high magical content. Compared to the average person, they don't have much substance. So an elemental, the size of a human, has about a quarter of the substance. So when using magic to attempt to summon something, usually when there's either not enough energy or when it's controlled poorly, it results in elementals. And sometimes elementals just pull out of places that have a lot of energy.
Well, he'll just relay that to the Minotaur, even though the Minotaur may not fully understand what that even is.
Yeah. You do so.
Why would you go down?
I needed to see if we could get to wherever this guy was hiding fairly easy, but of course, it's never that easy.
He's just a dwarf.
Yeah? And?
Mr. Minotaur, could you put him down very quickly? You can pick him up afterwards.
And he, like, basically shoves him backwards.
Oh.
Rilla is gonna go up to Andre and then also shove him. What is wrong with you?
Now,
That's amazing.
I was just trying to solve a case, let's say. But
You
listen,
were trying to get murdered. That's what you were trying to do, and also get us killed.
well, that's your prerogative. I didn't tell you to come with me.
I can't believe you.
Listen, we're all alive. See? So, I say, this was a great learning experience for all of us.
I learned nothing. What did you learn?
I learned that, well, it's not going to be as easy as I thought to get to this guy.
You could have just talked to us. I had to just relive one of the worst moments of my life, and you think it was worth it?
Well, for me it was worth it, but obviously from you, it doesn't seem like it. Which I apologize, but I did not know.
You didn't need to know before you could have just, you didn't need to run into you knew it was dangerous.
True, but I need to gauge how dangerous, you know? Obviously just running through isn't the way to get through it.
You want to go back there?
Well, hopefully with a better plan than I had, right?
I have a better plan. And he'll, like, grab you and start slowly dragging you back towards the edge.
Okay. Does he do that, Andre?
I think he's kind of interested. He's like, ooh, is he gonna throw me over?
Oh my god. You are crazy.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, if he did all that to help me, I wonder if he is gonna throw me back out.
You sick fuck. Okay, yeah. Belial, you do pick him up.
Oh god. Okay. I'm taking him over to the edge and, like, like Batman interrogation style, like dangling him over the edge.
Ooh, a classic.
It's not a classic. This is very much not a usual scenario. You have never been dangled off certain doom before.
Well, that's because Andre's done that to other people. That's why he's like, ooh, that's a classic. He's like, oh, that's a good one.
God fucking damn it.
So Andre's just gonna look and go, so, and he's gonna lift his mask up, just to reveal the wraps on his face. He's just gonna go, you gonna do it?
I want to. Why shouldn't I?
You know, that's very fair. I admit, it wasn't a great plan. Well, it was idiotic. I wasn't really expecting you to come with me, and also the situation got much worse than I predicted, but I will take the blame. So, I mean, you could do it. I mean, what I did was idiotic, especially if you got involved.
Andre, I don't want to speak for Mr. Minotaur here, but I don't think we want to hurt you. We just need you to understand you can't do that.
I kind of want to hurt him.
That's fair.
Okay, well, he wants to hurt you, but, like, you know.
And he's basically looking at Rayla for a reason not to drop him.
We can't do that. It's not right, first of all. He messed up, totally, yeah. But we have no... It's not right for us to hurt him this way, either. And, honestly, he seems to be very fascinated by what's happening, so is it really a punishment?
I don't trust.
Okay, listen. That's very fair, but what if I told you that I won't do it again?
Words mean nothing.
Well, how do you want me to prove it to you?
He sits there and just, like, ponders angrily for a moment. I don't know yet. And he'll, like, raise you up a little bit, and then, like, kind of chuck you back to safety.
Whew, man.
With one arm.
That was scary. Well, I think I have something I can give you. So, as a sign of trust, he's gonna reach into his bag. He's gonna pull out that like really nice playing cards, and if Rayla looks at it, she's gonna see the name Nicole on it, and then he's going to point it over to the Minotaur and go, "Here, this means a lot to me, so I won't run off. Well, at least not with you. Little insurance, let's say."
Are these the same playing cards that you were teaching numbers with?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like a case. It's like a really nice case that has like jewels. It's got gold outlines on it.
Okay. He'll let you hand them over, but he's gonna kind of look at them for a sec before he, like, closes his hand around them. Numbers don't mean much.
Well, it's not the numbers. It's more... There's a history behind it, let's say. Like, you know that axe you got there?
Glances at it.
It means a lot to you, right?
Good axe. Yes.
And if you lost it, you'd be sad, wouldn't you?
If I lost it, I'd be dead.
Well...
Oh.
But let's just say it's almost the same boat with these cards. So, as long as I'm next to you, and as long as you have them, I won't have any reason to just run off, right?
Fine. For now. And he kind of angrily looks at you and then kind of looks at Rayla for like a reassuring look, I guess.
Yeah, it's just gonna give you like a little half-hearted like smile.
Now, what then? And he's looking like directly at Rayler for this.
That is it. I don't know. I don't know. Do we just continue what we were doing? It feels wrong to.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm not sure if you'll listen to me, but at this point, our leads have kind of gone cold, or at least we can't pursue this lead. So honestly, I don't know about any of you, but I could use some rest.
Yeah, we all got very injured out there. I think rest would be good. Actually, you're not wrong. What do you think, Mr. Minotaur?
Need food.
Well, I think that's all back at the tavern, right?
The Minotaur will just kind of start walking like towards the direction of the tavern, not really saying much.
Every now and then, Andre was just gonna like laugh to himself.
Oh my god.
You're a monster.
Yeah.
He is so punchable.
Yeah.
Pretty much every time the Minotaur hears him laugh, like he's gonna growl and like get tense.
Andre is literally.
Ooh, if you do that, hold on, I gotta make
punch
another.
away from dying.
I need to make another personal roll if he does that. Ooh, yeah, he's gonna laugh even harder if he hears that.
Oh my god.
As this is going on, Real is gonna walk very closely to the Minotaur and away from Andre.
How long does this like laughing thing go on?
He'll wind down like it'll be like halfway to the tavern. He'll like at least it's not audible if he is
Okay.
doing it.
Okay, that's good.
God. So you do make your way back to the tavern. Upon entering, you find not much of the scenery has changed. The bard is snacking on what seems like chicken wings as he goes on about another marvelous tale of some sort of rainbow bridge. On the counter with the alcoholic specialization, the armored dwarf is still there with a small mountain of empty glasses next to him. The bartender to the tavern keeper to the left is walking from table to table, holding plates with various meals in them. None of them particularly elaborate, but they'll smell good.
Well, Andre's gonna march over to the barkeep. He's gonna take out the last of his 5 silver and go, "I'd like a room, please."
Oh, yeah, just a moment. He yells back at you, still with a plate in each of his hand and one balancing precariously on his head. After a moment, he comes back to you. Okay, you wanted a room, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, oh, hey, it is 5 silver for a room. There you go. He takes out a key, number 25.
Thank you.
There you go.
And he's gonna turn back to everyone else to see what they do.
Is everybody there? Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Want to make sure.
Okay. The Minotaur will try and find like a booth or a table like that isn't around a lot of people?
Um, the closest thing you'd get to that would be at the alcoholic counter, where there's only the other dwarven man, so you'd be alone with him.
Okay.
There's
If I
there's a good 4 or 5 benches between the two of you, so you would be decently isolated.
Okay. Yeah, I will go there and just kind of like thud my like shield and axe down up against the on the ground and up against the bar. Take a seat.
Ah, you came back for the drink, eh?
Yes. And lots of food.
Food, eh? Well, we've got a special. If you buy our jumbo plate, you get an entire bottle of our ale. 5 gold for both of them combined. That should last you for a whole week. It's quite a big plate.
That.
Alrighty, I'll go say that to the chef. And she leaves, coming back a few moments afterwards. What's Rayla doing this?
I think Rayla is going to follow the Minotaur to the bar and just sit near him.
The gnome lady, upon coming back. Oh, should I get another jumbo special for you too?
That's okay. Do you have anything smaller, easier to eat?
Well, the wings are pretty popular here. They're a full meal. We use some special spices we get from Velden Land.
That sounds great. I'll take that.
Great, that'll be 7 silver. I'll go say that to the chef. I'll be back in a moment.
Thank you.
And she leaves and comes back a moment afterwards, setting her focus back on the very much drunk man in the high plate armor next to you. Going back to Andre. What are you doing?
I think Andre will realize that he may not be the most welcome, so he is going to go to his room.
I see. As with before, you follow along the corridor and eventually come up on the 25th room.
It was
What,
elf fruit.
Yeah, I assume you enter?
Yep.
Oh my god, hold on. You enter the room and find it very much identical to the previous one. The vanity is of a slightly different color, but nothing too noteworthy there.
Alright, he's going to close the door behind him, lock it, and he's going to actually take off his mask and his outfit and change into his fine clothes.
Okay.
Then he's just going to sit at the vanity and just going to sit there for a second. And then he's just going to like kind of take out the ink and quill and then just kind of like laugh a little bit to himself, just like, and then he's just going to pull out, well, he's just going to start like writing down some of the stuff. Well, he's just going to start writing some things down on like a notepad.
A notepad.
Or not
Goes
a notepad.
to, what's happened recently, I assume?
Yeah, just to get his thoughts all out there.
Okay. We'll go back to Belial and Rayla. Both sitting at the bar with the alcoholic man having more and more issue just sitting on his bar stool without falling off.
The the Minotaur just kind of lets out like a big sigh and looks over at Rayla.
Rayla is also gonna be like, yeah, I know. And she's gonna like put like her arm out on like the bar and then she's gonna put her head down.
People are weird.
I can agree with you on that. What do we? I don't know. Maybe it's too early to think about what we do after this.
And he'll just kind of lean forward and begin eating his plate of food.
Yeah, the after a few minutes, the chef came by with a gigantic plate, um, filled to the brim with different calories of meat, all of them completely cooked, some of them fried in some sort of mushroom concoction that tastes absolutely delicious. To the side of yours is a massive tanker holding about 2 liters of some sort of liquid that tastes somewhat fruity and definitely alcoholic.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely gonna, like I said, eat and then start kind of working away at a little bit of that drink. Just like in an exhausted silence.
After a few more minutes, the chef comes by with your wings, Rayla. There's 6 of them. They are of medium size. They're definitely fit for a portion, but definitely not 2. Each of them tastes quite good, having spices that taste almost like the morning does. It's a very refreshing and awakening taste.
Rayla is just gonna, yeah, alongside Melissa, she's just gonna eat her food.
Good. Switching back to Andre. What is he doing after writing his diary of sorts?
I think he's just gonna be winding down to just rest. Not gonna be doing too much.
Alright, so just preparing to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Alright, then back in the dining room, Belial and Rayla, do you do anything in particular, or do you just eat your meal until you're done?
Yeah, finish up the meal and then like just slowly work on that drink. The taste is probably pretty shocking to my mouth, I would assume. But I'll just look over and just, what do we do about for friends?
Well, for this mission, at least, to find this cabin if we're continuing it, well, we're still all technically assigned to it. We can't really do anything about that. Once Mavis wakes up, maybe we can just like go back to the city, or I'm not really sure.
What about the healer?
Do you want to go check out the healer?
They can help Mavis.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. We could try that. I'm just a bit worried about her, condition and all that.
Is it bad?
I don't think. I'm not really sure what's going on with her. I was just worried about, her secret, quote unquote, getting out if we took her to a healer, but she hasn't woken up, and I don't know if she got attacked earlier when we were in the cave or something else was happening.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Alright. I think that's a good plan. After we rest for a while, we can take Mavis to a healer.
What about Glow Man?
We could do. I don't know what to do about him. We can do our thing with Mavis. He can come if he wants to.
I don't trust his lead anymore.
Yeah, me either. For now, let's just do our thing. Oh, sorry?
I'm not used to following others.
That's alright. You don't. Well, none of us necessarily need to follow him, right? We just somehow ended up doing that.
This isn't normal, right?
What he did?
Our group.
Oh. I haven't been adventuring, you can say, for very long, but no, I do not think whoever we are is normal.
Good. We're weird.
Yeah, we are. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, it just is lately turning out to be a bad thing.
I. We check on Mavis.
Yeah, we should. For tonight, are you gonna be staying in Andre's room? Or
No, I don't think so. I will stay in cart.
hi, go for it. If you need anything, we're in room 21. Yes.
Okay. He'll kind of stand up and like solemnly grab his things and head out towards the stable.
Let's see. Going there, you find Hot Hoof deeply asleep. He's been taken care of by a stable hand and has been detached from the carriage that is waiting at the side of the stable building.
He just kind of like he's still not like a fond towards Hot Hoof, but I think he's like just too mentally tired to really care. And he just like climbs in the back of the cart and starts, I guess, laying down some of his animal hides and clothings and stuff to like on one of the benches to lay down.
Sure.
Is the bench even big enough, or do I need to be on the floor?
Yeah, you need to be on the floor for that
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you can lay down your furs without any trouble there.
Cool.
As for Rayla, I assume you finish your meal and go upstairs?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs.
As you arrive at your door, you realize you don't have
Yep.
a key, nor are you good at lock picking.
Just remember that. Yep.
Yep. What do you do? Andre never told you which room was his either.
I mean, did they see him get the key? Like, he's not gonna hide what room he's in.
Well, were you paying attention at Andre getting his room?
I was probably watching him.
Okay, so yeah, you know he's in room 25.
I am gonna go over to room 25 and then knock on the door again.
Andre,
will-
from inside you hear a few rows of knocking on this door.
He will get up and open the door.
Hi. This is kind of awkward, isn't it? I can't get into mine and Mavis's room.
Oh, right. He'll get his tools and then walk over to that door. Or to 21, I believe. Was it 21 or 23?
21.
21.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I remember I first heard 28 like at the very beginning, and then I heard 23, and I was like, oh, and then I heard 21, and it's like, okay, I have no idea now.
Okay, that's better than me. I thought it was 15 at the beginning.
How did you hear 15?
I don't know.
So yeah, he'll walk over to 23 and just pick it.
You don't even have to roll, like I said before. The key there is mostly ceremonial, and the lock barely stands on its own. It would take a miracle to fuck it up.
Okay. Just unlock it and go. There you go.
Thanks.
No problem. Mind if I ask you something?
Oh, yeah. What?
So, what's your past experience with those elementals?
Let's just say, well, I wouldn't say I fought them before, but I've been around them before. Yeah. When I was younger.
Well, that does not seem pleasant.
It's not. They can do some pretty bad damage, as you've seen now.
Oh, yes, I do know. And hey, listen, I am truly sorry for what I did. And I will say, it's kind of like the way he's speaking does not like reflect his body like language at all. Like he's very kind of like he's not like up, you know, like the way he's talking. Like he's not like kind of like tensed up really at all. So he'll just go, well, I do apologize once again, and if you need to talk about it, well, I'm always in that room. And he's going to walk back to his room.
Thanks. And Rayla's gonna make her way into her room and unlock the door.
You knew so. Inside, you find Mavis left very much unchanged, except for two differences. Her eyes are now open, staring at the ceiling. She doesn't, however, seem conscious, nor does she appear to recognize that there is anything surrounding her. And her lips, her mouth, are frozen over as a small, thin sheet of frost covers them.
I'm gonna go up to her and try to just like I don't know, put my arm my hand on her arm and just try to shake her be like Mavis.
No response.
Okay. I didn't think we'd be talking again so soon. I'm gonna go back to Andre's room and then knock on his door again.
Well, I didn't expect that. He's gonna get up and open the door again.
Hi, I think something's wrong with Mavis.
Like the normal wrong, or
Extra wrong.
oh,
I think you can heal in something, right? I think you should look at her.
that I can surely try. And I will go over to that room.
You do.
All right. Well, I'm out of cure wounds or any of my spells, so I guess I'll just take a look at the frost. You know, I'm gonna see if I can get anything from it.
How are you trying to do that?
It's pretty obvious, but you still gonna see if it is was this made magically or not.
Sure, roll Arcana.
Alrighty. That is a natural 20 for a 21.
Woo!
Nice. This is definitely made magically. Moreover, the particular type of frosting very much reminds you of the one that came from that creature you fought in the basement just a few hours ago. It seems somewhat different, though. It seems of the same nature, but not of the same intensity.
Well, that's interesting. Seems like an after effect of whatever we fought, possibly. But I was also affected, and I don't really have frost over me, so that's interesting.
Mr. Minotaur and I were thinking of, if she did get worse, we were thinking of taking her to the healer in town.
Yeah, that seems like the way to go. She's certainly, I mean, unless something happened, she was alive back then. I was able to heal her. So, yeah, if push comes to shove, we'll probably have no choice but to take her there. I wonder why over those particular areas. Does her breath seem like can I see like her breath, like, well, I guess she doesn't breathe, so.
She does not, in fact, breathe, nor does she blink.
Yeah, she's typically cold anyway, but this is new. Not sure if I could help her, really. I mean, I have no idea if she ever had a pulse, but I'm gonna check for one.
She does not.
Yeah, figures. Well, the way she's staring up like that, I mean, she doesn't really need to close her eyes. Could be a vision, or whatever her whole condition is.
Could be, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's much we can really do to help out here. At least, I can't. Well, I can't even help magically. If that would even work.
That's alright. I don't know, if you think it's okay to leave it, then we can, but, if you want, we can go, Mr. Minotaur, he's in the stables, we can go meet up with him and maybe take her to the, healer.
I mean, perhaps, but I'm not sure if the healer would help much with at least the ice, but I don't know. I mean, it might happen the same way with the dwarf, you know. Seems like we're just bringing a dead body. She doesn't have a pulse, she doesn't breathe, her eyes are open, so I think she might just assume that she's dead. Or
Yeah, maybe that's what I was worried about too.
Well, I think we should just give ourselves some time to rest, give her some time, and hopefully if she maybe a vision or something like that that might keep her like this. Maybe that'll be over by then, I'm not really sure. The time visions can take can vary. Even if it is one. So, he's just gonna, like, put a hand on Riley's shoulder and go, so, I think we should just wait it out for now.
Riley's gonna, like, stare at, like, a hand on her shoulder and be like, okay,
Yep.
sure.
Well, good looking out, though.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
And then he will just walk out.
After this, I assume both of you go to bed?
Andre
Yeah.
definitely will. He has used all his spells, his bardic inspiration, and he is at 5 health.
You're 5 health?
Yep.
Yeah. If Belial punched him on the way to the inn, he would have gone unconscious. So, you know. And that is where we'll end the session.
Alrighty.
That did not go as expected.
Oh my god, that was stressful.
You have no idea the joy I felt when Belial said, "You monster." I was like, yes, I got it, finally. That's what I was looking for.
You're super villain. You're comic book super villain.
He's not okay.
Andre is beautiful. I love him.
I was so stressful.
I mean, part of the reason he jumped was like he did want to like find out what the problem was, but also another big part of it was spite because the guy was like, "You got 30 seconds to get out of here," and he was like, "Oh, really?"
I'm gonna pass away. This is too much.
I can't. That's like going to the fucking. You're going to the zoo and you're trying to jump at the fucking lion's enclosure, and then one of the guard goes, "Hey, you gotta get out of here." And you go, "You know what? Fuck you," and you jump in the lion's enclosure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what your plan was, but you survived so visibly it didn't go so bad.
Listen, Andre tried to apologize in his own way. I mean, I will say he wasn't lying.
Yeah. Yeah, the apology was appreciated. I didn't think we'd get one.
Okay, yeah, he's smart enough to realize that it was a bad idea, you know.
Are you sure?
Yes, because he was not expecting them to jump down with him.
Why?
There was no verbal communication. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm gone."
See, that's where the spike came in.
You know, my question is, even if you did run through all of those elementals and made it to an hypothetical safe place where the dude might be, what's your plan then?
He was gonna cross that bridge when he got there.
Oh my god.
I miss Mavis. I miss Mavis.
Mavis is gonna wake up to a very changed party dynamic.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that also the Minotaur doesn't trust him. It's like, yes, he hasn't led a team in so long. Like he is not great at what he's been out of the game, quote unquote, for a while, so
Gaming.
I can't believe it.
I'm just yes, I just love it.
Like all that stuff with Mavis happened like a session and a half maybe ago, and like now it's just like that's the past now. Now we have you to worry about.
Yeah, that's
That's. I can't even. For a while, I thought, wow, Mavis is gonna be the sole survivor of the TPK. I can't believe it. Really? This is how it's gonna go, huh?
Did you think we would go down there?
I didn't. I thought Andre's going down there. So either he's gonna go, fuck, I've made a mistake, as he sees 30 fucking creatures coming from the ground. Or he's gonna keep going and the party's gonna follow after him. Because they're gonna try and save his fucking ass.
Yeah, since he saw the other two jump down, he was like, "Oh crap, I can't just keep going now."
Yeah, either one person died or all of you died in my mind. I'm astonished Andre made it out without being unconscious.
Oh yeah, if Bro had been given the idea to take the dodge action, he would have probably went down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Would've.
insane.
Like, I told you, one of them was a 17 and changed into a 5 due to that dodge. If that hit you, you had 5 HP. Average roll on a D8 is 5. You would have gone down. And then you'd have been surrounded by 30 elementals with no way to get anybody close to you.
Yep.
A miracle you made it out of there.
Yeah. I mean, partially because Andre didn't know how elementals worked. He didn't know that they could just apparate, so he was like, "Okay, I don't see any right now." So that's probably how that guy got through. He probably ran fast enough to get to a certain point. That was his thought process, at least.
What's it? Interesting session.
Mhm.
You know, that went great.
See, no one died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. No one died.
I was this close for Andre playing the route of, oh, no one died, so nothing's wrong. But it's like, I think he's not selfish enough to not notice that, everyone else could have died. So he's not like that kind of sleazy.
I think if he said that, Goliath might have just punched him and changed it.
I think
Somebody
Rayla would
did.
have punched him.
Yeah. When Rilla went, "Hey, Mr. Minotaur, put him down," and then she just goes at him. That was great.
yes, that was that was very amusing.
I was not expecting it. That was great. So yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Finally got to display him being crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always like on like the edge of doing something crazy and terrible, but like now it's finally happened.
Good old Mr. Crazy Clown Man.